this is still unlisted. I almost made it public. Shoo. Okay. And then I will share it on the Hangout. So it's not on Patreon yet. Yeah, so I'm making a Hangout out of this that people can chat in if they want, if they can't do the Discord thing. And here we go. Streaming is starting. Oh, you guys can keep talking. It's all good. There we go. What do you mean it's unavailable? Oh, wait. Here we go. Yes. It's been crazy week. It's been a crazy week, but it's settled down now, so it's good. Why is it unavailable? Oh, yeah, two rants in a row. I know it kind of sucks, but the last one I know is nuts, but I bet you I'm going to be right. On that one. Just the way that they've treated Star Wars. You could see they've been hinting towards that for the last 3 years. So, why is that? Oh, they're gonna do it. What they have been, what they've been hinting at is that there's been multiple regeneration cycles. So William Hartnell will just have been the first of a regeneration cycle. And it's not like they're going to make the Doctor a girl, that they're going to show that the Doctor is actually. So at the end of Name of the Doctor, you saw the Doctor was just energy. That's all he was. So Time Lords will probably ascend to some kind of non. They won't have a gender. They'll just be energy that uses a human vessel. Yeah, and that's probably what they're going to do. And they have actually mentioned that in some, and you could play with Doctor Who a lot. And there has been episodes where they've alluded to the fact that I don't remember exactly all of my forms and how old I am, and it's very vague. But I like them keeping it vague. I like them not telling us anything. I don't want to. I don't ever want to see the Doctor's family. It's just like, I never wanted to see Peter Parker's parents either, but they did that too. So, yeah. Yeah, and that was that. Yeah, the Rose thing, people were freaking out about that because it makes no sense. Yeah, like no, it want totally. You could keep them as mysterious as possible. Oh, that's the wrong one. It did. Really seeing baby Darth Vader. And not his origin per se, is like getting into his childhood. Yeah, I would have if we could have. Yeah, if they would have skipped his childhood, I'd have been fine with that. Like, yeah, seeing his origin was kind of important. So, They're like Marvel fans. Like Star Trek fans are like DC fans, and Star Wars fans are like Marvel fans. They're very similar. All right. Now, that's a nice way to put it. Yep. Yeah. The difference was like he billionaire George Lucas as opposed to like hundred thousandaire George Lucas. It changes your attitude towards the world. So yeah. Yep. Yep. It's mine. Yep. And that's that and that's generally that's the kind of guy he is. I mean, if I met him briefly, and like the guy you see in the interviews is how he is. He is like he's devoid of emotion. It's kind of weird. It's internalized. It's there. It's just he doesn't project it. He doesn't smile. He yeah at all. Like he's really intense dude. We walked now. It was towards the end of them making Revenge of the Sith, and we were walking around like Lucas Ranch and shit, and he kept on looking at me. There's a whole story behind that I won't tell here, but yeah, it was weird. It was weird, and he's really short too. So let's go around the horn a little bit. Kind of like I've never been on one of Doomcock's Patreon things. Like, I try to not go on other channels' Patreons because I feel like I'm spying. So I kind of like I support them, but I let them do their thing. That's how I do it anyway. And yeah, so I have no idea what my thing's going to be, but so I would like to get, since we're limited on time, and we are on. By the way, we're on the Patreon. People can see us now. So if you want to talk shit about other patrons, go ahead. I'm just kidding. Wow. Dude, you're going to get an axe between your shoulder blades. I'm the slut here. I did. It looks great. Her hair looks awesome. I love it. I think roll with it. She could share it in here. She's probably working right now. Show me wearing. Oh god, DJD show. Star Trek touched me in all the bad places. It's yeah. Hey, we'll be talking about something, and I'll look down on my phone, and I'll have a Star Trek advertisement or whatever we talk about. If I talk about Hawaii, there'll be a Hawaii thing on my phone. They're totally listening to you, man. It's creepy. Yeah. No, listen. I take like I'm the one who comes off half cocked with no fucking shit to back my stuff up. Like especially with the Doctor Who things. I just that's my guesses. I've been getting shit all morning for that, by the way. So it's entertaining. I love waking up in the morning and being told I'm a total fucking asshole and a moron, and keeps you humble. They are down, but not as down as much as the U.S. So it's still very popular in the UK. But my opinions on that are it's going to erode, especially because they are taking a year off. So she's not getting a second season so in my last video, I called the BBC sexist because they gave her less episodes, more companion. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. 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 They're better. Well, they started out better than Capaldi's. She had a better first episode. But if you compare it to season 9, it's slightly better in the UK, and then it's equal in the US. But the US ratings are horrible. So she'll probably like the last episode went up a little bit. The Rosa episode was way down, and then it went back up again. So yeah. Yeah. They've yeah, totally. I mean, it just basically we're not classy enough to do a show like that. It's fine. Ah, well, and they're just bad guys too. They're just going to be bad guys that are bad guys. They're not gonna have motivations or anything because bad guys could scare people, and we don't want people getting scared. Yeah, that's and I suspect it will be because they gave us. I'm going to give the writer credit for that. They gave us so like there's nothing. They gave us nothing other than I don't like you. We're bad. I don't want your kind here, and that's it. Absolutely, they gave us zip. So they have, and they also didn't kill them. So they shot him. So I think they're both villains are coming back. The one from the first episode, and then Fonz. I just call him the Fonz. I forgot what his name was. But it's still like R- Russell T Davies would have put a layer on that, though. I liked I liked Russell. Because he went to jail? Well, it's not really. Does it count when you're in jail? You're just lonely. So what at this point? It's kind of a so what. It's like why do they need to? They need to announce it because it's because they think we're children, and that's part of the problem. It's not that I've ever had a problem with some of the politics I've seen and stuff. I might agree with a lot of them, but if it was the other side, I'd be bitching just as much. It's spoon-fed, lame, after-school writing. That's what we're getting, and that's what Doctor Who is right now. Doctor Who is just like a spoon-fed after school special, and it used to be something great, and it's not, and it just needs to die at this point, and it probably will. I can't see Jodie Whittaker making it 5 years at this pace. Well, and getting rid of the Christmas special like fucking triggered the shit out of me. I was so fucking, and then not being honest about it, going, we've run out of ideas. There's no more Christmas ideas. Yeah. So, oh, oh, movie. Okay, I want to spend an hour with you next time. You keep dipping out on us. I'm missing you, even if we have to have a private session. All right, buddy. Take care. Um, yeah, the Christmas thing was such a lie. Oh, somebody made it. I'll let you guys talk. Somebody made a great point in Twitter. It's like, did they ever run I think it was a comment on my. Did they ever run a contest to have the fans write a Christmas story? I'm like, they could do that every year. Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, if they did that now, they wouldn't suck either. It'd be better. They were told to say that. They were told to say that because they didn't want to come out and say the real I mean the real reason they stopped the Christmas special is because it's offensive, because they don't want to be offensive to people. It's associated as a Christian holiday, and even though like nobody even thinks about fucking Jesus anymore, at least in the big cities. I can't speak for the Midwest, but like not here in San Francisco, people still celebrate the shit out of Christmas though, and it's no, but there's still it's too much of a problem for them. That's why they moved it to New Year's. So I it's Well, and if you know anything about the story, it was extremely private about his sex life. Like the band knew very little. Like I mean, everybody knew he was gay. Okay, that was no secret. But he wasn't like he was flamboyant on the stage. But by all accounts, in his private life, he didn't talk about that shit very much. And I don't know. I want to see. I can't wait to see it. But I heard it kind of sucks. I heard it's like an okay movie at best. Yeah, well, I don't know. You can't trust the tomato meter anymore, so I can't go off that. But it's like at 50%. Sure thing. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Disney bots. Yeah, it's Disney just pays people. I mean, the whole thing's all paid off. I mean, it's just like payola and radio. I don't know if you are old enough to remember that, but back in the '70s, like they would pay DJs to pay records, and they literally made hits, songs that probably would have never been hits, because they just a record producer would just or somebody from the company would go to a DJ. They would have somebody travel around and like literally hand out wads of money and go, here's $300, play this, put this song in heavy rotation, and if you do it, we'll give you 300 more. And yeah, same thing. It's been going on for years, and that's why we have YouTube. Yes, he is the boss. No, and for him to make a point to say that. But real quick, so because I haven't heard enough from Heather. Heather, you there? Viking bitch. Oh yes. So are we ready for Venture Brothers today? Oh my God, typing notes. I better get my shit together. Nice, nice. I'm gonna binge the first season. Like I've already seen first two episodes. So this morning, and go to the gym. Of course, Doctor Who will interrupt that, but then I'll be able to watch it again afterwards, and it'll be much better. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be fun. Dennis just says, "Hey, my memory's a steel trap. I got this." So we'll see. He's got it. Nah, he's a bigger bit fan than I am. Like he's a huge Venture Brother fan. Yes. So who else do we got here? I see Penn. Penn, farm girl. I see your icon. Are you asleep? Working? Hello. I saw her green thing light up, but I didn't hear anything. Penn. I got you. I heard that. I can hear you. So is that once we get this thing Yeah, sorry. Once we get this thing working, does this work better for everybody? And what I'll do is I'll kind of do what Doomcock does and like give everybody like a certain amount of time to talk, and so we can hopefully get more people in here. Um, there you go. Oh yeah, you can do this on your phone. Uh, I will. I will. When does he do them? Mondays or Tuesdays or he used to do them while I work. Yeah. Cool, cool. Well, I can say that he'll be coming out with stuff soon. He's been a little preoccupied, but that's coming. That's coming. A couple weeks, maybe. I think a couple weeks, 3 weeks. We're doing homework on this. We just got some big woo woo news yesterday or day before yesterday. Unless you guys subscribe to Secure Team, which is that UFO channel. So that big anomaly that came from interstellar space and flew through our solar system really fast and then slingshot around the sun, and everybody was thinking it was a probe, and NASA's all, no, it's just a piece of a comet or something like that. So when it went around the sun, it changed directions and sped up. Yeah. The exozone. Yeah. It's weird. It's definitely weird. Yes, because if it hadn't have done that, yeah, it wouldn't have, it would have just, well, the o hey, yes, did somebody counted the whales? um I, I, yes. Well, especially yes. So long and thanks for all the fish. Yes. No, the only other thing they know is it was red in color and it was mostly metallic. How they figured that out, I have no idea. There's some like they the Norwegian or Swedish scientists who were studying this thing, and they put out a study on it, just pointing out the weird stuff about it. They weren't saying it's actually here I can, yeah. There you go. But that was an actual scientific study. That's why it's a big deal. Well, yes, I would. And we can call it the high school dropout interviews the scientist. It'd be awesome. I'll be all, science is awesome, right? No. Have you invented time travel yet? Oh man. That's your. What is that, Penn Farm Girl? They will next season. It's. Oh, I get it. Of course he's gonna say he did weigh in on it on his Twitter. Um, he says it's obviously an alien technology. I'm saving this image and I'm gonna share that with Mrs. Nerdrotic. That is hilarious. Where did you get that? Oh my god, eBay? No way. First the cheese curds bag. It's the curd nerd. Oh my god, I should totally fucking sue them, man. That's hilarious. I wonder who came first, though. The comic shop is coming slowly. I am. It all depends on Diamond. So I have a phone interview with them on Monday, where I have to talk to a girl named Maria Galea, and her and I go way back, so it should be fun. But yeah, it should be fun. It looks like we're gonna probably have this thing opened up by December. But it's no, go on, go on. Yep, I'm gonna do old and some new. So I'm gonna open up a and some new, but not a lot. I've been digging through my garage and it's depressing. It's depressing. It's depressing how much fucking shit there is in there. And like I had forgotten. I guess I had blocked a lot of it out of my mind, and I have a huge garage, and it is a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna probably have to hire a couple people to help me. There's no way it's gonna get done. I tried for 2 weeks to get it done, and I was like, this is not gonna happen. I'm kind of a go-getter. Like I get this stuff done, and yeah, it's just also a good thing to know you can when you need to ask for help. So. Well, oh my God, there's another cheese curd nerd. Sorry, I'm looking at the girl one. That's funny. That's funny. God, I hope they didn't trademark that because that's going to conflict with mine. I will DM you on Twitter. When I look up, I got to find the article again, but it's. Oh, yeah, it's cool. Dang. No, yeah, we'd love to interview people. I'm just probably Doomcock would be better at interviewing than me. So, or Susan. Get We'll see. We'll see when I get my friend effing Derek Robertson, who's promised me every week to come on, and then like, oh, I gotta go to LA. Yeah, he's starting to big time me now. And I even said it. I'm all, don't you big time me, you son of a bitch. There you go. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that. It's getting better. It's getting better. Yep. If it's not written by, oh, that was good. Yeah, that was a flat out a good episode of TV. Because yeah, it's because the Doom Patrol. They're the DC's they're the DC's X-Men, basic X-Men ripoff, although there is a lot of conjecture who came first, and there's been actually no proof. I've seen proof that Doom Patrol came first, and I've seen proof that X-Men came first. But it's very much like a Babylon 5 DS9 thing. They're very similar. It's teenage superheroes who are very angsty, and a controlling professor or doctor in a wheelchair. Kind of weird how they came up at the same time. So it, yeah, and the thing is, the creators of the Doom Patrol really didn't cross over to the creators of the X-Men, so it must have been maybe they ripped off some kind of independent comic. But the reality is, most of the stuff that you're seeing out there was already ripped off from somebody else, which I'm sure you guys know. And oh God, yeah, the Doom Patrol have the best like little stories, and they're also like one of the first superhero teams to die. Like they all died, and it was a big deal back in the '60s. Yeah, and Changeling kind of blames himself. Oh yeah, that's why it must be so frustrating to be a DC fan, and then and then see like Avengers come out, and then Justice League comes out, and they go, "Hey, they're like the Avengers," and you just want to just your head wants to explode. You're like, shut up. Yeah. uh, oh, the Justice League predated Marvel. Yeah, DC did everything first, pretty much, except for Aquaman. Namor came before Aquaman. Yeah. Oh, they'll have their time. You live long enough, you see the pendulum swing both ways. People are up and people are down. Who's this? Who's this person talking? Fasty. Yeah, Viking bitch. I will bribe him with an action figure. It's pretty. That's a good idea. And cookies. Hands down. Did it go quiet? Was that me? Everybody there? Okay. Wow. Oh no. Ah. It's so funny that bit actor. I forgot what fucking show he was in. The only reason he got the job is he worked at Fox at the time. Because remember, this started on Fox, this whole animated series thing. And Kevin Conroy was on a show called Duet. I think it was one of the first Fox sitcoms, and he was just like what it was like the Simpsons voice. There just happened to be those people around, like in the building. So that's why they were voice actors before. So it's like, just get them. It wasn't like this big massive search and how it changed all their lives. Like Kevin Conroy would have been like a forgotten actor, completely forgotten actor within a year. And yeah, he turned into this like legend for Batman, which is kind of awesome. I love that story. He did okay, yeah. Yeah. Do-do. God. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just old, man. Just to feel it. I wake up in the morning. I feel terrible. It's called getting old. Yeah, dude. It really is. No, I had a couples massage. It made me feel good for like 3 days. It was great. It was great. But no, I got a really. I got my pedi. Oh my god, and it was great. No, I've got like a little bit of scoliosis in my back, so it always just hurts, but it's fine. I try not to bitch about it too much because it's just an old pain. Oh man, yeah, that's weird. I was a little weirded out, but she couldn't understand English anyway, so every time I was apologizing, she just kind of looked up and like, shut up, you know? Yeah. They're so funny. Um, yeah. That's weird. Yeah, the state fish at Hawaii does that, and it freaked me out the first time because I was like, uh, I was snorkeling in Hawaii, and the state fish of Hawaii, they have T-shirts of it because it's the word that's 21 letters long. It's like baka waka laka 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 whatever the hell it's called, and that thing will start like come at you. You're like, what the fuck? And it's this little pretty fish, man. It looks like it's like fuck you, man. Get out of my water, you know. And it comes at you. You're like, oh, what the hell is this? And it's like at your feet, and you're like, what the fuck is this doing with my feet? No, 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 no. It's just eating the dead skin. I'm like, really? Because it looked like it was attacking me. And I'm like in there and I'm like hanging out with this giant turtle, you know, and I was all tripping on that. All of a sudden, some fish comes at me out of fucking nowhere and starts pounding on my feet. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. It was like it was a mean, colorful fish. Yeah, yeah. It was a mean, colorful little fish. I didn't know what the hell though. It's like it was like my third time snorkeling, so you know. I know I grew up in San Diego. It's like I hate the water. I never went in the beach. Didn't do anything. I went to the beach to drink. Yeah, so funny. Dennis has never seen it. He's told the story. Yeah, Dennis has not seen Jaws. No, he has a crazy irrational fear of sharks, kind of like I do of flying. Yeah, like he can't do sharks at all ever. Poor guy. There you go. Do you have a fear of heights, but can you fly? Okay. The stratosphere. The stratosphere. Yeah. 913 feet. 913 feet. And then there's the big shot ride. So there's the roller coaster, which is nothing. The big shot's on top, where it's basically, it just shoots you up in the air and then you fall, you kind of do a free fall thing. But for 1 solid second, it shoots you up at 30 something miles an hour. So you're at 0G for 1 second, which is awesome. But you're also 1,100 or 1,005 feet in the air or something like that. And you practically piss yourself. But like once you take that ride, though, you're like, no ride is ever scary again. You're like, I did that one. So I was like, I loved it. I actually went right back on. Right after I was done, I was like, oh, that was awesome. Let's do it again. And then I found out that the stratosphere is like one of the worst constructed buildings in America. So just be careful if there's ever an earthquake. It's just what I heard. Yeah, I can too. I don't like the takeoff and landings. That's it. Yep. What was that, Jody? Oh, just little kids peeing. Just kid urine. That's all. That is a good question. It's in the title though. Come on, Air Force. Yeah. Well, I'll get on a plane like to London, like to go to London, no problem. It's someplace worth dying for. But I just turned down a flight to Wisconsin, right? Like this morning, like before we got on the air, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not going, and because I didn't want to fly to Wisconsin in the middle of the winter, and then like he died flying to Wisconsin. It's like fuck that, no way. Um, I might drive out there. Thank you. You got it. Thank you. Stag. Nice. There you go. Maybe Stig's like John in Norway or something. I don't know. Yeah. Plus a red eye from San Francisco to fucking Wisconsin was $1,700. Yeah, I could drive there. Yeah. Well, we waited too long. We could. I mean, it was totally my fault. Melissa was kind of bent because I waited till the last minute to decide, and we could have saved a bunch of money. So, yeah. Well. Oh, she doesn't stay pissed long, but thankfully. I could. I could drive. I've got a big 4-wheel drive car, and yeah, I want to probably, yeah, it'd be nice to drive in some snow. Maybe I'll just truck out there. Our schedule is going to be really light, so it'll be a good time to go for the channel. I get dirty looks here in the city. It's ridiculous. No, no, it is a gas guzzling FJ Cruiser. Oh, someday. Oh no, they're trying to, believe me. All of San Francisco has, like, the entire city has one less lane of every road because they made them bike lanes. So they basically took every street, and I mean every street in the downtown proper area, and took away a lane and gave it to the bicyclists. Oh, it's fucking awesome now. Yeah. I do have to say I was a little impressed. There's more people on bikes now. I left the link in the previous post there, Johnny. I'll put it in the chat. If you're in, is he in the Hangout? I'll give him the link. So he has to go to general. He has to. Okay, so hang on. Nope. Yep. Feisty has some instructions if you go way up in here how to do it. Oh no. So here I'm going to copy and paste Feisty's instructions here because they were good. They worked for me. Hey Johnny, don't give up, man. There. No, we don't. Oh, everybody's in agreement here mostly. I mean, like, well, San Francisco is the one thing I will say is Democrat is considered conservative here. So, so yeah, there it goes. We're gonna, yeah, we're completely in line, or they are. I don't know. I'm way too punk rock to agree with anybody on anything. So, but it's nuts. It's the hardest place to stay out of things because people like will lead with, like, they'll come in the comic store and go, "Did you hear about blah blah blah?" I mean, they really want to always talk about it. So a lot of times I just had to kind of like pretend I was interested in the conversation because I'm like, the truth of the matter is I'm really not interested. Like, I'm like not into it, and I used to be really into it, and I'm not. I've completely checked out. I check out my local stuff, and that's it. You know. Yeah, Green Lantern. You can drive any conversation in the comics that goes, that reminds me of a situation when Jon Stewart was arguing with Hal about in Green Lantern. You know. Yes, because I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, but yeah. But the funny thing is, like, I'll have these big shindigs right at my at the old comic store, and my friend Bill Selby, who is left of Stalin, and Melissa's dad, who's right of, I don't know, think of somebody right who's not, but he's not like a Nazi or anything, but he's just a right wing dude, and they were just yucking it up and having the best time. And I'm like, if those two guys started talking about politics, they'd be at blows right now. But they're not. They're talking about comic books and movies, and it was fucking awesome. It was beautiful. So that's why I like. That's what we try to do here. It's really bad for clicks, though. It's really, really bad for clicks, and I don't care. Oh. Yep. It's California. Well, it used to be, God, I don't want to use the word safe space. It used to be political free. Like that's what upsets me the most. Actually, England team brought this up first. I love comics is the nerd community was always the first to accept anybody because we were the absolute rejects. And it used to be like that at Comic-Con. We used to never talk about politics and stuff because we were too busy being rejected by fucking everybody. It was the one place it was cool for us to go and just fucking hang and be ourselves. And now that Comic-Con has been pretty much invaded by, for lack of a better term, normies, who we love. Okay, we love normies. My mom's a normie. My sister's a normie. But they've invaded our Comic-Con, and they've brought all their stuff with it, including hyper politics and, then all judging, cliques, groups, which was always kind of there in the nerd community, but it was kind of, yeah. Movie stars. Their big thing now is movie stars putting on masks and walking the floor because they don't want to get recognized. It's like, dude, I've seen big fucking movie stars walk the floor without a mask on and nobody talks to them. People generally leave them alone. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, they make sure to film of them hanging around all the, plebes, Uh, it's exclusionary. It's become very exclusionary. It has that's that and judgmental, and that's the deal. And it's yes, we need to grow. We need to bring in more women, absolutely. And I talked about that in my video. There's a way to do that. Problem is the marriage analogy. It's like we all compromise. So if like somebody comes to my house, I have to get the TV off the fucking milk crate. I have to clip my, not that I was actually like this, but like dirty clothes out. I got to start being nice because somebody else is in my house and they now, even though like say I bought the house, they're in a relationship, half the house is theirs. They get to do half their stuff, but it's like we've brought in our partner and they want to take over the house, make me sell my comic collection, get rid of my action figures and all the shit. I can keep a couple things, but it's in a closet downstairs in the basement. That's what it's starting to feel like. Not saying it's like that, but that's what it feels like. And it's become, that's where the term gatekeeper gets thrown a lot. A lot of people don't even know what the hell it means. There's tons of gatekeeping going on at Marvel. There's tons. Marvel's like turned into a clique. DC not as much. I mean, DC does its thing. Yeah, it's because they're left alone because they're protected by Kevin Feige because he runs Marvel and nothing gets by him and he really gives two shits about the comics, but nobody wants to go in and correct it because then he would have to get involved. So yeah, Kevin Feige essentially, even though he won this battle with the guy who actually quote unquote ran Marvel, which was Ike Perlmutter, Kevin Feige runs Marvel now, every aspect of it. He runs the television, he runs the comics, he runs the movies. It's well, he doesn't care. That's the thing. Is like, if you want to make a change there, if you want to make a change, then you have to go to him first, though. That's why nobody's even bothered. Or the other way. I mean, it applies to both ways. I mean, we don't like one right now, but if it went the other way, I'd feel just as upset. Um, is that John Claude Van Damme? Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. That's the thing I have the problem with. Yep. Yeah. Hey, hey guys. Sorry, got to jump in here. Sorry, Jody. I apologize. I have to jump. I have to bail. Do you guys want to keep going? I'm. Yeah. So I'm gonna end the hangout. You guys hang out. I'm sorry. I have to just quickly bay it out, but Doctor Who is starting. So, uh, I'm probably not missing much. It looks like there's a crash. No, it's no big. The TARDIS is a bunch of trash right now. Yeah, yeah, Doctor Who just started. Did you guys in the mod thread? I shared a transponder thing where you can watch live BBC. Just give them a bogus email. Yeah, if you go in the mod part, the Twitter, I can share it in here too. Hang on, I'll share it in here. Uh, yeah, here you go, folks. Venture Brothers, we're doing it 5:30 today, my time. Uh, all right, so there, I just shared a link. Everybody is watching. That is a transponder thing. I am sorry. I must jet out at this moment. Everybody, thank you so much. Viking bitch. Bye. Bye, Heather. Bye. And DJD show and everybody in here. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. And we'll do this. I'm going to time it. Yeah, maybe I'll change the time so we can do this a little longer. Maybe a little earlier or something if that's okay with you guys. All right. Cool. Just like an hour. All right. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye. If I can find my thing here.